What's up, Hyperdrivers? Today I'm cataloging every single lightsaber in my collection. I seriously didn't know I had this many. It's gonna be a long video. Welcome back, Hyperdrivers and newcomers. I am the Medinalorian, and here on the Hyperdrive, we talk about Star Wars news, collecting, and video games. If you like the content that you see on this channel, please give me a thumbs up so you can let the YouTube algorithms know that we're doing a good job. Subscribe and turn on notifications so that you can jump to Lightspeed every week with us right here on the Hyperdrive. All right, so today I have the daunting task of going over every freaking lightsaber in my collection. I've been putting this video off, really, to be honest. I've had so many comments asking me, show off every lightsaber that I have, go over all of them. There's just so many lightsabers in my collection. Sometimes I have duplicates of them. I have more coming in. I got 5 currently that I still need to unbox that I'm not going to show in this video. There's a lot of lightsabers in my collection. I love these things, and I collect them like it seems like socks. It's like I got so many. What I am gonna do in this video is I'm gonna go over 99% of them. And I know I said all of them, but the reason why I say 99% is because I have duplicates of a few of them, like the Emperor, Yoda. I got 2 of those sabers. So I'm not gonna, show both of them. They're pretty much identical to each other. And I have unboxing videos for pretty much every single lightsaber that you're gonna see in this collection. So if you ever wanna go back and see what they're like, you can go ahead and check them out in those videos. But today what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over every one of them that I have. And for some, I'll show you how they light up. If I got the glow stick for it to put in and the batteries are charged. That's the other thing that I've been putting off with this one. There's so many batteries and sometimes different sizes. So it's like, oh my God, this is gonna be something else. But without further ado, let's get to this. All right, so where to begin, right? Let's just work our way around this way and keep it going. We'll start off with this one. This is my Disney Park Darth Vader lightsaber. I think this was like my 2nd lightsaber that I got when I started getting the collection back. I think my wife got it for me for Father's Day, if I can remember correctly. It's based off the look from Rogue One. This was the first of the Disney version lightsabers that I remember them making that had the removable blade. Although it's not like the ones at the Galaxy's Edge. This isn't a legacy lightsaber. To put the blade in, you actually got to remove the emitter, put the blade in. It's a lot more work than the legacy sabers are. But I like the look of this one, and that's why I've never gotten rid of it. It has some pretty good weathering and a decent size to it, in comparison to the other hilts that they produce. It's not quite as big. Let's put this one away. I think as I go through it, I'm gonna start taking things away from the desk so we can bring in newer lightsabers, but this obviously isn't everything. All right, next one's another legacy lightsaber. This one here is the Ezra Bridger lightsaber. I just did an unboxing of this one recently. So that's how this one looks right here. Not the hugest fan of this one. This one I got, for the unboxing video, show you guys what it looks like. And I was really excited about it when I saw the first images of it, but it's a very big, chunky burrito. It's a very, very big lightsaber. And since then, I found another one, the Xenopixel, I think is what the other one's gonna be, custom, which looks a little bit more accurate to the size. So I'm looking forward to that, but that's my Disney one right here. All right, this one is one of my few custom lightsabers that are not a character lightsaber. See, it's got this little Mandalorian style emitter, which I thought was pretty neat. And I think this one came from N-Sabers, if I'm not mistaken. So real easy lightsaber for doing some, choreograph, fighting and that kind of thing. The whole lightsaber spinning. It's a nice lightsaber for that kind of thing. All right, let's get into some cooler sabers. So this one here is the Darth Maul Shadow Collective lightsaber. This is the one that you would have seen like in Solo or at the end of, or not at the end, but like 2nd season of Rebels. This is the lightsaber that Darth Maul had during that era. You can see it's got this big fang in the front, which is from the Inquisitor lightsaber, which is where he got this hilt from. Really neat design. I got this one over at Neo Sabers, if I remember correctly. It's got an emitter on both sides, so it's a double-bladed lightsaber. And you know, it's got a good weight to it, feels good in the hand and all that. Real hard to take and maneuver with this lightsaber because of the fang. It's very forward heavy and hard to display as well. I have to just display it on the table like this is because when I put it on a display stand, it just banks that way and I can't actually fit this one on the wall back there. So this one poses a little bit of a challenge to display. Next up we have my newer Darth Revan lightsaber. This one I got over at N-Sabers. It has a NeoPixel blade to it. I also added some custom sound fonts to it. Sound really, really cool. So this one's eventually going to replace the Hasbro one that I still have on the wall right now, and the only reason why I haven't put this one on the wall is because how I have the one currently displayed, which I'll show you later in the video, it's vertical like that because of the design of the saber, and the holder on it handles the larger Hasbro one. This one's a lot skinnier than that one was, so it tends to fall through the display stand. So I'm gonna have to try to figure out something to make this one work. All right, and next up we have my very first Yoda NeoPixel lightsaber, and I just did the unboxing video on this one I think last week. A few weeks before that I did the one on the Disney Parks Legacy version of the Yoda's lightsaber, which is awesome as well. But I put that one into storage just because this one is really cool. You know, I like all of these features that this one has, you know, and that you can adjust the volume and do all kinds of special effects that you want to add to it. I thought was kind of cool, which I still need to do. I'm going to take and do some customization of this one, but it is a really nice looking hilt. You can see the design of it looks pretty cool. And I think it's pretty faithful to the look from the movie. So next up is my Star Killer lightsaber. This one I got over at N-Sabers. I've always loved the design of this hilt because it has the exposed crystal. It's the only lightsaber that I've ever seen like that, at least from canon or non-canon, because Star Killer's not canon, but from the video games. Never saw a lightsaber that had an exposed crystal, and I thought that was so cool when they came out with that. The battery's not charged on this one, so I can't show you how it lights up. This one right here though is not long for the world for me. It's because I am getting another one that's done by SP Sabers and Solo Sabers, which I'm really excited to get. It's because Jeremy is gonna really put his love in that one. It's gonna have weathering and all kinds of cool stuff. You know, light up features and an exposed crystal that spins. So it's gonna be dope. All right, and then this one right here is the Kanan Jarrus lightsaber. I got this one over at N-Sabers, and I love this lightsaber. This thing is so sick. I like the whole Ralph McQuarrie interpretation of the way the blade was designed, or the hilt was designed, with this disc here to separate the emitter from the rest of the handle. I always thought that was kind of cool from the show, and I think they were pretty faithful with the whole look of this. So it came out really nice. Got like that green, and it's got a good weight and feel to it, and it just looks like it belongs in the Star Wars movie. So I dig this one a lot. All right, and then here's the Obi-Wan Kenobi from Episode 1 or Episode 2. This is the lightsaber that he had in that movie. I think it's pretty cool. I got this one over at Sabers Pro, if I remember correctly. I think it has an SM Pixel installed in it. And I've always been a fan of the design of this one. All right, and here's a sneak peek at two that I'm gonna be showing you guys this coming week. This is the Ahsoka Tano lightsaber set from the Mandalorian, or from the new TV show. And these I got over at Deluxe Sabers. So you get two hilts with it because she has two. It's got a XenoPixel installed in it. And they're super badass, man. I love the color. All of the effects that it does. I put some smaller blades on it because it comes with longer, like 32-inch long blades from the store, which was a little long for me. So I put in some smaller blades so I could handle them a lot easier, but I love the design of them. They got a really nice look, and I love that it's got this like gold. It's a really cool design for a lightsaber hilt, and I think it's gonna be dope, especially with the new TV show coming out, so badass. So now we got the Bane Mark II. This one here came from Saberforge. It's the only Saberforge lightsaber that I still own. I like the design of it, and the reason why I've kept this one mostly is because this was my very first fully custom lightsaber, where I got the hilt from Saber Forge. I sent it over to from Solo Sabers, and he did a full custom install on this guy. So it's just a really sick looking hilt. I love the fang that it has in the front. And then, and then that back side there looks really good as well. It's got that exposed area for the speaker and everything. So has a very loud sound to it when it ignites. All right, and then we have my Leia Organa lightsaber. This is the only new trilogy lightsaber that I have. I still need to get a Rey Scavenger that I like, and then also a Kylo Ren. But I'm not really into the sequel trilogy stuff, so that's why I haven't picked up too many of it. But at this point, I'm getting to the point where I'm gonna end up having to get one just to complete the set. So I like the look of this one. You got kind of like a rose gold going on in the interlays right there, which looks really nice. And it's just got a pretty elegant look to it. It's got a good size for the hands and everything. And just very simple. And that brings me to my least favorite character lightsaber. This is a Darth Revan lightsaber. It's very simple, That's kind of why I'm not a huge fan of it. I got it because I needed to complete the set. It's too simple of a lightsaber, in my opinion, for the cost of these things. So that is the Darth Revan. This I think is the version 1 lightsaber, the one that he had when he was a Dark Lord and then conquering the Republic. So that's this one right here. And here's one that I really, really like. This is the Anakin Skywalker Episode 2 lightsaber. I got this one over at N-Sabers, and I love this one. This is so nice. I love the chrome design of it. I like the fact that it reminds me a lot of the Darth Vader lightsaber. It's just, smaller, skinnier in design, but overall it reminds me a lot of the Darth Vader lightsaber. Check out that emitter section. Super nice, really nice and elegant pieces to this one. It's cool, and it handles really nicely in the hands, which I dig. The switches light up here, which is not accurate to the movie, obviously, but it's still pretty cool. And then these two lights right here are actually like clear lenses, so that when the light lights up, these will light up along with it. So that's pretty dope as well. So yeah, this is one of my more favorite sabers right here. All right, and this one's the last one on my desk, but it's not the last lightsaber, so don't tune out. There's more to come. This one here is another custom lightsaber. I can't remember the name of it. I know I got it over at Neo Sabers. And just like with the Star Killer, it has the exposed crystal. It's got a Xenopixel on it. So you can see that you have the exposed crystal right there, which is cool. And then you also have like this open breezeway here on the emitter, so that you can see the light shine through when you have the blade in, which is cool. It's a really neat, different lightsaber, which is why I liked it. And then he also got that Mandalorian style emitter like you saw on that other one that I have. As you can tell, I like Mandalorian stuff. So that's this one right here, and I think you can get it over at Neo Sabers. All right, so let's get into some Disney box set lightsabers that I got. This one right here is a limited edition lightsaber that I picked up over at Galaxy's Edge on May the 4th. It's the Cal Kestis lightsaber. Probably the biggest lightsaber that I have. It was limited to 7,500 worldwide. And it comes in this really neat box set, and this is what the lightsaber looks like. Get it out. It's heavy. Ah. There it goes. It's starting to give. This thing feels like a 10-pound dumbbell. It's so heavy and big. But I thought it was a really neat design, and definitely cool for Disney. The blades change colors on both sides, so you can have like a green and a blue, or yellow. You have all kinds of options to change to for the color of the blade when you get it installed. There's the front part of the emitter section right there, and then the opposite end there. It's definitely not a lightsaber that you can go spinning around with. You can probably kill somebody if you whack them with this lightsaber. That's how heavy this thing is. But that's this one right here. This is the Cal Kestis limited edition from Galaxy's Edge. Here's another box set in my collection. This is the Obi-Wan Kenobi set from D23. Okay, so if the batteries are still working, when you pop it open, it should play some music. And the batteries are dead, so they don't do that. They only made 3,000 of these, so you can see that it has that set there. And then it has all three of Kenobi's lightsabers from the Legacy set. So you have the Episode 1, Episode 2 lightsaber. All right. For the size of it, it's actually considerably light. You have his Revenge of the Sith lightsaber. All right. And then you also have the one from A New Hope, or maybe the Kenobi series. So that's this one right here. A little more weathered version of the same lightsaber. So yeah, this would be the New Hope because of the bubble switch right there. All right. All right, so also while we're still talking about the Legacy lightsabers, this one here is my custom Disney Savi's Workshop lightsaber. As you can see, it's got several different parts from different lightsabers. I went back and did the Savi's Workshop so many times, and every time that I did it, I bought, or I took different parts off of it and got rid of all the others to make one version of it. So I had that, and I had plans to strip down the paint and weather to make it look all like one, but man, I got so many projects going on. I just did the hell with it and just left it as is. All right, so let's get into the wall. We got all the other ones out of the way. There's still definitely a lot more work I got to do. This is the Darth Revan lightsaber from Hasbro. This is the first Revan lightsaber that I ever saw, so I was ever able to pick up. It's a big lightsaber, man. You can see as I get my hands around it, you need some big hands if you want to hold this guy. It's got lightweight to it, has kind of like a brushed aluminum look to the metal. If you look up it real close, it can change the color of the crystal that's inside of it, and you can change the color of the blade from like purple to red. All right, and then here's my Corband Dark Saber. This one's really heavy for the size of it. And it's debated on which one is more accurate, this one or others. I think that this one's pretty accurate to the one on the TV show, regardless of what I hear from other people, but that's just my opinion. It's got a really nice looking emitter. These light up completely when you install the blade and light it up, so that's pretty cool. And it has a pretty decent sound to it when it's all turned on and everything. It's very difficult to get the chassis out of here to get it all fired up, which is why I don't do it. But otherwise, I mean, just for the look on my wall, I love this hilt. That brings us to the Count Dooku lightsaber from Neo Sabers. It's a pretty nice looking hilt. It's more of an inspired version because the switch is wrong color. This should be a red color, but otherwise it looks pretty close to the one from the movie. I like the hilt. I think the design of this hilt looks awesome. It's definitely one I wanted to have in the collection, and for a display, it's great. It does have a little bit of a rattle here in the very front of the hilt, which I'm still trying to figure out how to deal with. I think I got to put some kind of a bumper or some kind of absorber on the inside to keep it from getting that rattle sound. But otherwise, it's a really dope looking lightsaber to add to the collection. All right, and then we have the Obi-Wan Kenobi. This one is the Desert Wanderer. It's based off the look of Kenobi's lightsaber from the new Kenobi TV series. They got this one over at Corband. I love the design of this hilt. Obi-Wan Kenobi is probably my more favorite lightsaber design. So I have a lot of these hilts in different variations. So I had the Disney one. I also got the another one that I'm going to show you in just a little bit. But this one right here, I couldn't pass up on. Okay, and here's my Anakin Skywalker from Sabers Pro. Another badass lightsaber. I think this one is really accurate to the one from the movie. Love the designs, like the gold sections, especially this section here on the grip that has kind of like a diamond plate feel to it, which is dope. There's your back part of your pommel, and then your emitter. And it's a really dope looking lightsaber. I was so happy to be able to finally get this one added to the collection. At this point, you're probably tired of hearing me say sabers or lightsabers. I mean, I don't know how many times I've done it. But anyway, there's just gonna be a lot in this video. This is another awesome lightsaber that I got. Badass mother lightsaber. Mace Windu. This one I got over at Corband. And it's the BMF edition. It comes with a swap out plate here on the very front that you can put that has BMF etched into it like Samuel L. Jackson's. I can't bring myself to add it to it. It's like I have it and I keep meaning to get to it at some point. But I feel like, you know, that's his, and then this is more like the idealized version of it in the film. So I just, you know, Mace wouldn't have BMF etched into his lightsaber. So I haven't done it yet. That's the real reason. And then that brings me to the Qui-Gon Jinn lightsaber. I got this one over at Deluxe Sabers, if I remember correctly. I'm not a huge fan of this lightsaber at all. And I have it on my wall as a placeholder currently. I keep meaning to swap it out and put something else on there. I just haven't gotten to it yet. I have another Qui-Gon that I'm getting that's more accurate. And the only reason why I don't like this one is that it's just not very accurate to the one on the film. Also, the other thing I'm not a big fan of is that this the blade plug kind of just slides back and forth in there. It doesn't really attach, which I think that pretty much sucks. But that's this one right here. All right, and that brings me to this one. This is my Darth Maul from Corbanth. This one here I got as a trade. I was at a con with Seth, you know, just hanging out and everything, and then this guy was walking around trying to sell this lightsaber set. It came with a photograph of Darth Maul signed by Ray Park, and it came with this really awesome box that he designed for it that had like red inlays and everything, so that it added to the whole displayability of it. This is an RGB lightsaber. It's the only RGB baselit lightsaber that I have in my collection for a character lightsaber. But as far as the weathering and look of it, I think they did a pretty bang out job on it. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the previous owner was the one that did all of the weathering on this one. So it has a real nice look to it. Looks like it's been through some stuff. And I'm almost done. This one here is my Cal Kestis lightsaber from Neo Sabers. One of my top lightsabers. I love this thing. Love the weathering on the back, like the exposed. I love that you can actually see the LED lights in the very back there flicker and everything to give it that effect like it's a broken back end to the lightsaber. So that looks really cool. It's got a real nice smooth swing, you know. So really dope lightsaber. Can't tell you how much I like this one. All right, and for my tiniest lightsaber probably is my Palpatine lightsaber. This one here is a Corbanth version of it. I also have a version from N-Sabers, or I think it's N-Sabers is the other one that I have. That one's a little darker than this one. I just love how this one came out though and looks. It's got nice chrome and the gold looks really good. So it's a really nice looking piece when you see it in person, and small and deceivably heavy, you know, for being such a small piece, because it's got so much metal. All right, and here's my Corbanth Return of the Jedi Darth Vader lightsaber. This one's cool too. I was really surprised to find out the history about this one, which is what I liked about it. They lost the original version of the lightsaber that they used for A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back, so they were forced to use the Graflex hilt that was made from Anakin's lightsaber for A New Hope, the one that Luke Skywalker used to make the lightsaber for Darth Vader. So this one has a base of the Graflex, which is kind of neat. Here is my Luke Skywalker. This one came from N-Sabers, I believe. It's a NeoPixel, I think SN pixel lightsaber on this one. So pretty faithful to the one in the film. Not entirely accurate, but I got a more accurate one coming my way soon that I ordered. So hopefully I'll get that any day now and I'll be able to swap it out. But for now, this one works really nicely, and it definitely loads better than the one from Galaxy's Edge that I used to have. All right, and now time for probably the absolute coolest lightsaber in my collection. This is my Darth Vader A New Hope lightsaber. This is one that I got from Corbanth. Very accurate to the one from the film. But what makes this one really neat is the metal chassis that it has beneath it. Look at all the detail in that. But even more so, what's cooler is that when you turn this thing on, you got a breathing crystal in the lightsaber, which looks super freaking nice. I think they did a great job on the design of this one. Love this lightsaber. This is one of my favorite lightsabers in my collection room. All right, and that brings me to my Anakin Skywalker lightsaber from KR Sabers. This one I had as just the base initially, and I bought the grips myself, shaved them down, and it just basically customized this one all myself. Drilled the holes here for the D-clip and everything, you know, just to try to get it as accurate as I could get it. But that's how this one looks. It's empty right now. I haven't done any installs in it or anything like that. But that's my Anakin saber. All right, and the final lightsaber in my collection is my Obi-Wan Kenobi from Roman Props. It's got a slight weathering to it. It has a Randy Randy, I can't think of the guy's name. Sorry, but there's a kyber crystal on the inside of the saber. It's not fully installed yet, so it doesn't light up or do anything like that. But yeah, it's pretty customized, and I'm looking forward to eventually getting it installed. It's just very expensive for this type of a lightsaber because of the thin neck and all that. It's the only thing that's kept me from doing it. But as far as the accuracy goes, I think Roman Props, you know, nailed it. This thing is super freaking cool. It's got a lot of weight to it, and it was my very first, you know, that level lightsaber. That, in my opinion, like another top level lightsaber. This is like the very first one that I picked up. So super excited to have this one still in my collection. I'll never get rid of it. That, as they say, is that. That is every single lightsaber that I have in my collection. I told you it was gonna be a long video. Hopefully you're still with me to the end. Appreciate you guys, those of you who made it to the end. I know this is a very long video, but you guys requested it, so you know, I'm aimed to please. Let me know what you guys think about this lightsaber collection in the comments below. Really appreciate your feedback and everything. And until next time, may the Force be with you.